And we're going to take a look here at a Malagor campaign. We're going to talk about Malagor as being the least easy of the Beastmen campaigns. This campaign turned out to be relatively difficult. One would have to turn 58, but I think if we go in here, we'll see that there were quite a few battles fought in this one. 14, so that's a lot more than usual. Usually I don't have as many as 10 battles fought during a campaign because auto resolve is just so powerful in the game. Hey kitty cat. So what is it about Malagor that makes him difficult? What we're going to do is we're going to go and actually load up a new campaign. Let's go to the main menu here and we'll talk about his campaign from the beginning and why it's a bit of a challenge. So he starts in, let's do new. We'll go and look at his powers and we'll see what's difficult about him. With Khazrak, you start off in the Drakwald Forest. There's Empire troops, Empire cities all over the place you can continually smack into. As Taurox, you can build up quite a bit of momentum and keep generating dread and battles by fighting. And as Morgur, you have access to Estalia and the Empires of Men and Carcassonne, and the Skaven. Very simple, easy enemies to fight. When you're fighting as Malagor, you start down here in, I guess this is the Southlands. And the problem that you have is this. First of all, there's a large distance between all the settlements. Also, you've got Scarbrand here. He's going to pull through this way, and you don't want to fight him. You definitely don't want to fight him early on because you don't have any real way to deal with him. You're fighting this Sires of Morcane, who will play cat and mouse with you around the swamps here while you're trying to generate enough dread and enough ruination to get to 25 points. Because remember, at 25 you get your next army. The other issue you run into is you can see at the start of the campaign, winds of magic are weak, pretty much everywhere down here. And what that means is Malagor is going to lose 5 points of magic every time he ends a turn in any of these territories. He's going to start off with 50. He's losing 5 right there. He's going to lose 5 every single turn until the winds change. And it takes them a long time to change. As the Beastmen, you don't have a magic-inducing, winds of magic power reserve here. You can get plus 10 by raiding. The problem with raiding is you lose the ability to ambush and you make yourself visible to the enemy. So once you're trying to get around in here, raiding is possible. Raiding will generate that magic for you, but it's probably the only way to get what you want. Additionally, as you look here, you can see that the ambush chances are in, not there, and in the 40s in most of these places. And with a weak army of Gors, you're not in a position to do a lot of open fighting without the benefit of ambush. And so I think for that reason, Malagor is definitely a challenge and definitely a Beastmen campaign that somebody should give a go. It took me quite a while to start assessing enough dread to accumulate other legendary lords. Additionally, you're loath to spend a lot of money upgrading your settlements because they're so easily taken. The distance you have to travel to come back to defend it once you make an enemy usually makes it more worthwhile to abandon it. And if you abandon it, you don't take advantage of the increase in dread that you can get from the second tier building. So in my campaign, I came up this way, fought my way up through here, took out the dwarves in this area, and then went into Empire. And it was very much a case of building up the herdstones as quickly as I could before an enemy came to them, and then gaining the points. So it was very much a slog, as opposed to a campaign I recently did with Khazrak, where I had essentially the entirety of Athalloran and the Empire. So if you're going to play a campaign, Malagor I think is an excellent choice to start with the Beastmen if you're looking for more of a challenge. He does have excellent leadership reduction here. He does have a lot of great damage dealing spells like this Unending Flock of Doom. It's a Mortis effect and his own Flock of Doom. But these are really only most effective against chaff armies, large groups of weak enemies. So talking about fighting against men, talking about fighting against Skaven, for example. These are all supplements to his magic power, and Savage Dominion is the summoning of a Cygor. So he himself does remain something of a one-man doomstack, especially with life leeching. He's going to get, 2.5 points of reserves back, which means that when he gets Flock of Doom down to, what does he get it down to? He's going to reduce the cost in here by 2 points somewhere, down to 4. It's going to cost him only 1 or 2 points to cast Flock of Doom, and he can just fly over armies, just trashing them. Definitely give Malagor a try if you're looking for a Beastmen challenge, and see how you do.